Bam, ladies and gentlemen, Leviathan has arrived into the system, and the Tyranids are ready to consume all, unless the defenders of humanity can protect them. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have right here the new launch box Leviathan for the 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000. I'm very excited for this box. Thank you for Games Workshop sending this over early so I can get an early look and show you guys everything that you're going to be getting when you get your own boxes. That'll be coming up soon enough. So, yeah, again, it comes in a big old chonky box, as you can see, which is great. Chock full of lots and lots of sprues, I'm sure. But let's start cracking open this box and seeing what we got inside. So the usual nice sturdy boxes that they have. I use these things a lot for storing everything that I store. Looks like models at this point because it's still coming from my move, but whatever, that's fine. Nice bit of artwork on here, which is always fun. It's designed to protect the sprues and everything like that from inside, as opposed to being artwork, but I always like to keep it anyway because it looks super rad. I like that a lot, so I'm sure I'll figure out something to do with that. And right off the bat, we have a ton of sprues. Like, I mean a ton of sprues. So this is obviously part of that new dread that they've got going on there. More of that dread there, as you can see. Pretty exciting for that guy. I think it's awesome. I really like the bigger sized Redemptor dreads. I like the Brutalis dread. I like the Redemptor dread itself. All of that I think is cool. Just big chonky things are always fun. And now that you've got some like ultra focused shooty types, I think is pretty exciting for that. It does look like it just has the options for the twin las, or I guess the Godhammer las, or whatever they're calling it now. And the missile launchers there on this one. I'm sure the multi-part kit will have more options. Maybe? Who knows? That's what it looks like. It might have more options. Who knows? Easy enough because it's just got like the place where it's got there anyway. So this looks like that the what is it? The phage, the psychophage, the big eaty thing that's got that big mouth that's like close to the ground for eating presumably psychers there. This looks like it's the sprue for the Screamer Killer, which quite frankly is my favorite model from this entire box. Having seen the previews for this, I'm super excited for the Screamer Killer, because I mean a Redemptor sized Carnifex, you can't go wrong with that. That's super cool, like super cool with his big old clompy arms. He definitely got a glow up from back in the 90s, the original Screamer Killer. But yeah, I'm excited for that there. We've got some Gaunts and some Ripper Swarms on this one. I think these are the regular, like, or the new Gaunt sprue that they've got going on. A bunch of those, because I think it comes with, was it 10 of these or 20 of these? 20 Gaunts, I think. So there's just tons of them, tons and tons of them, which is super exciting for as a box to start off like a Tyranid army. I think this is a pretty sweet deal to go working with that there. Then we've got here, looks like a bunch of the other ones. This looks like the new, what are they called? They've got the shooty thing on the top of them. I'm sure I'll get into it once we start looking in the book. But you've got the sprue there for I think the Gaunts that were the shooty Gaunts, maybe? I can't remember. But they've got actually, it looks like it's got both of the new types of Gaunts that they've got there. The bigger boys, chunkier boys, and then they've got the smaller boys. I think there's like 10 of these and like 5 of those, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like 5 of those ones on there on that sprue there. And then we've got some more. These look like the Von Ryan's Leapers. So like the new adaptation of the what's he called? The Leaper guy. You know who I'm talking about. The one who always ends up like starting these infestations there. So looks pretty cool. Excited to see if they run them in squads of 3, I would imagine. You've got on one sprue here, you've got the Tyranid Prime, and you've got looking like the Captain in Terminator armor, which is super exciting. I'm super excited about the idea of Terminators now just becoming Space Marine as opposed to, you know, Firstborn versus Primaris. I like that idea. I know it's not all gone. I know that there's still some restrictions that are going to be around, but I like the idea of just having the Space Marines and then just having a different option, so you can either go with Tactical Marines or Intercessor. You know what I mean? It's your choice there, which is pretty fun. And then they have the Tyranid Prime here with the wings, which I think is a super cool looking model. I have been super excited having seen the previews for the new Tyranid models. They just knocked them out of the park. They really did. They just look so rad, look so awesome, and I'm just super stoked to just get into them and put together a NID force, which I think will be a lot of fun. I think I missed on the screamer the screamer killer sprue there. I think he's also it's also got on this sprue here. It's also got the ones for the big psychic mindworm guy who has his little two friends. His two little friends are there too, which is kind of exciting as well. We've got the new the librarian in Terminator armor right here, which is kind of exciting to see that. We've got a Terminator sprue here. Looks like it's got a different setup now with the Terminators. Obviously, they always change out the sprues, but you can see like the leg there. It looks a lot more like the what's it called? The Space Hulk style. We've got it's still got bits and pieces. It looks like it still would be available to be different options with the guns and stuff there when they expanded into a bigger set there. But yeah, definitely chunkier boys. The backpacks are definitely thicker there, and then you've got like the assault cannon there. Doesn't look like you have any other extra options for these guys, which is not surprising since this is again like a launch box. They're not usually have the multi-pose kits that come out afterwards. And then you've got the spicy boys, the flamer boys here. I mean, I was super. I thought it was super cool when the Black Templars got them for their Crusader squads, and I thought they were such a cool looking weapon. And then being able to see them now as an option, and you kind of knew they were definitely showing their hand a little bit there, that they were going to come out with new guys with flamers, big boys with flamers, because I mean they were cool models and they were a cool weapon option. And I think people knew that was going to come because everyone else wanted to play it, not just Black Templars there. But Black Templars had it for a little bit, which is kind of cool. So more of the spicy boys, which is super exciting about those. And then here we've got, these looks like the Sternguard squad. So you got that there, the whole Sternguard sprue that they've got going on there. Again, doesn't look like, or it also looks like the lieutenant is on the Sternguard squad, because it looks like that's his. Yeah, that's his. This right here is his arm with the dripping ooze on it and stuff like that. So you've got the lieutenant on there, but you've also got the rest of the Sternguard squad there, which is kind of cool and interesting to see. That again, it doesn't look like they've got a whole lot of options. I do see a combi melta. I do see a heavy bolter. I do see other regular bolt guns. Here's a combi plasma. So maybe there is a combi flamer. So I guess maybe there is some options that you have when you're building them. I'm not sure. I got to see once I get into the actual instructions. But it looks like, yeah, combi plasma, a combi flamer, and a combi melta for sure in there. And then some regular bolt guns as well. And then you've got, it's also got the, on this one as well, has the new apothecary guy, because he's got his little apothecary gun up over there. So this sprue looks like it's got all of the different, like the lieutenant, the two characters, or the two other characters, not the captain or the librarian, the two other characters, and then that. So those probably will be coming out individually a bit slower, I would imagine, than the other two, since the other two are on individual sprues, and I'm sure they're getting ready to come out as an individual pack sooner than later. Another piece of paper here, not a pretty one, but one to protect everything there. And then we get into all the books and all that fun stuff. So we've got, it comes with a cool little paper thing here to keep it all together, which is fun and nice. Also lets you keep things organized in case you need to spread it out with extra people. You've got the build kit, the build instructions here for all of the different models, which is kind of cool and gives you all the info on how to build them there. It does have their profiles in the back of this, so in this thing. So we'll have to see how that goes, if they have other ones where they're available there. You got the big old book. It's a chonker. It's got a lot of stuff in here. Again, it looks like they go through all the bunch of the different factions and all that different fun stuff. Always the cool pictures. I love looking at the pictures. The art in these books is just incredible and inspiring. Really want to do more stuff with that. It's got the cool ribbon. I always like the ribbon. Keep your place. And then it goes into rules, core concepts, and all that fun stuff. So, looks like the rules from introduction, reinforcements, It's got all the stratagems here, deployment ability. So, still got extra stuff for the different terrain and what they can do, which is kind of cool. I haven't looked through this yet, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna wait to kind of go through a lot of this. But that's all in the middle there, and then they go into combat patrol, talking about all that fun stuff. Crusade cards and things like that. So, big old chunky book with lots of different fun stuff there. They've got a transfer sheet here with all the different chapters that you could choose, that you want to choose from. They've got Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, Imperial Fists. That looks like it. So, looks like Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Space Wolves, Raven Guard, and Imperial Fists. And then a bunch of generic kind of stuff down at the bottom to go on different stuff. But nothing with... none of the Spicy Boys, the Salamanders, or anything like that. At least not in the transfer sheet, but that might just be because of space. I've got no idea. So they went with like the obviously the poster boys, the Ultramarines, and they went with the ones that are less codex coherent. So you got the Dark Angel, Blood Angel, Space Wolves, and then they got the Raven Guard and Imperial Fists as your options there for slide transfers for a whole bunch of stuff, including vehicle-size things, which is fun. Battle for Agram. No, this is something new. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Oh, cool. That's exciting. All right. Hold that to the side. Not sure what that is. I'll have to go check that out myself when that comes out. And then underneath another plastic thing, we've got a big old bag of bases. We got the bigger bases that didn't fit inside of there. So I imagine that's for the big chunky boys and the Dreadnought. And then we've got the card here. So that's the cards. So let's see what they got on the cards inside here. So we've got objectives, got cheat sheets on how to do the different missions. And then it looks like we've got the 2 decks for the secondary objectives in case you choose the ones that change all the time. Because you got the 2 different options in the gameplay there where you can choose the ones that stick or the ones that change. So you got the secondary missions here that you can choose from. Then you've got cards here for the whatchamacallit, the primary missions. So they've got your primary missions here, a bunch of different options for that that you can either draw or choose. And then we've got a bunch of different cards here for mission rules. So they've got, Chilling Reign, no mission. In this mission, no additional rules apply. Got hidden supplies. So you got different things that can go on for, make it like a little bit of a more spicy option there. So maybe not during a tournament, but if you're having fun with your friends or doing something like that, I'm sure you'd have those there. And then you've got options here for Gambit cards. So you got the 2 decks of the Gambit cards going on. For these 2 sets of decks are there, so they're the same ones, so you and your opponent can use the same deck there. And then you've got the different deployments, which are again the standard ones. The standard ones here. So you got the sweeping engagement one is slightly different. So it looks like it's got from the long end corner to the middle on the short end, as opposed to the short end corner to here. As opposed to that, they've got it a little bit longer in the middle there. They got both options, actually. Looks like they've got both options as options for this. And then they got Search and Destroy, Hammer and Anvil, and Dawn of War. So all those 5 options. So the 2 angled ones, the 2 traditional ones, and then the Search and Destroy one. And it's got all a little packet here on figuring out how to play the game, which is kind of how to do like a basic setup for a game. And then the options there. So that's what we got. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of plastic. I'm looking at this pile of plastic here on the side here, and it is like a lot of plastic. So that's super exciting to get into those, see how those models. I'm going to be building and painting those. Hopefully they should be done by the time you guys are seeing this video, because I got this a little bit earlier, and I'm going to hopefully get those built and painted so you guys can see them that same day. But I promise nothing. I will do my best, but we'll see what we can do. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Just wanted to do a quick, just like a quick and dirty opening there, so you can look inside, and then I can start poring over this and actually figuring out what to make any sense of 10th edition from here. So, so I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I've been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.